So tonight on the Wrestling Heat, we have a stolen WWE Championship, and we also have a retiring WWE slash AEW slash New Japan slash indie scenes wrestler retiring at an early age, and a lot more. And this video starts right now. And alright, the first piece of wrestling news that I got for y'all tonight on the Wrestling Heat is about Lio Rush. It looks like he is calling it quits, at least for now. He says he's retiring from the wrestling business. He's been in WWE, recently over in New Japan, the indie scenes, and he had a little debut over in AEW. I'm not sure if I said that one already, but it looks like he caught himself an injury during his little debut thing that he had in AEW, and he's a little banged up. He has more up on his Instagram and his Twitter, but it's definitely a shoulder injury, and he's calling it quits from the wrestling business, at least for now. Who knows, he might get a little itch, he might want to come back. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, looks like Lio Rush is going to be, Dunsky with the business. And I got to say, man, you've been doing your thing, especially with the whole Lashley. That really annoyed the hell out of me. But I hope you, heal up, real good. And if you ever feel like coming back to the wrestling business, your fans will be here waiting on you. Next piece of news. I guess this little piece we could call, did you know about this with Vince McMahon? I think a lot of us already know this, but it looks like Vince McMahon does not watch any other wrestling promotion out there. He might have people, that watches it for him, or, something around that line, but Vince McMahon does not watch any other stuff going out there in the wrestling world. And I gotta say, Vince McMahon, if this is 100% true, you really need to watch, at least some of the stuff that's going on, man. Get with the times. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, Vince McMahon watches nothing else but his own product, and I gotta say that is, hella bat crazy if that's all that you watch. But this was a little part called Did You Know About This with Vince McMahon. And alright, this next piece of wrestling news has to deal with Paul Heyman, Aleister Black, and Brock Lesnar. Because it looks like Paul Heyman, back in 2019, I believe it was, he really wanted a matchup between Aleister Black and Brock Lesnar. I'm not sure where that would have fit in, but that smells like a lot of money. It's a shame that we didn't see it. We also heard a recent interview with Renee Young, or formerly known as Renee Young, from WWE, or ex-employee, I should say, but he was on her podcast, answered a whole bunch of questions, and I gotta say, Aleister Black is a pretty, well-maintenance whenever it comes to the wrestling business, including, he was asked the question about his wife, being fired, and him as a husband. Yes, he was highly pissed, but as a WWE employee, Aleister Black, he, was a working man and he wanted to work. So, with that being said, that would have been hella awesome that, and Paul Heyman was always trying to pitch stuff for Aleister Black, if I remember correctly, and if that match would have happened, I think it would have been a whole lot of money. I mean, yeah, probably Aleister Black would get, smoked, But I would love to have seen that matchup and what it could have been. You know, Paul Heyman, Aleister Black, Brock Lesnar. Sounds like money, smells like money, so most likely it could have made some shmoney. So yeah, what do y'all think about that? Paul Heyman back in 2019 was pitching for Aleister Black to go against Brock Lesnar. Let me know what y'all think about that down in the chat, and to the next wrestling news. And alright, this next piece of wrestling news has to deal with the recent release of Braun Strowman, and it looks like if you want to book him at one of your shows on the indie circuit, or you know, wherever it might be, AEW, he is asking for the 5 figures. That's a lot of shmoney. So, do you think AEW will take him even though he is asking for, you know, a good bit of money, the 5 figures? Let me know down below, where would y'all like to see him? Would you like to see him in AEW, New Japan? Will they be willing to pay some big shmoney for the big old monster among men? I don't know, only time will tell. I've seen him on Instagram fixing up a nice, I believe it was a nice little hot rod. I'm not really sure of the brand of the car because I just swiped through it pretty quickly because I was looking for some wrestling news. But yeah, what do y'all think? Let me know down below. And to the next piece of wrestling news. And alright folks, this next piece of wrestling news kind of had me a little bit shocked when I heard about it a couple days ago. Somebody was able to get backstage and they literally stole one of the championship belts. We don't know if it's the tag belts. We don't know if it was the women's championship. We don't know which belt was stolen. Only WWE knows. And how in the hell do you not, you know the people that are supposed to be guarding that kind of stuff and who is supposed to be backstage? That is crazy for the wrestlers. Think about that. Somebody gets in there, crazy person, you know, popping caps. It's not a good look, WWE. Fix your security, and you need to tighten up a little bit on your security detail. And if you want some hired guns, holla at your boy. But yeah, the title was stolen. WWE, you really need to get your ish together because your security is obviously not doing their job. So what do y'all think about that? Let me know down in the chat, and we're on to the next piece of wrestling news. And alright, wrestling fan, the final piece of wrestling news that I have just for you is about the Bella Twins and them possibly returning. In a recent interview done with Brie Bella, says that they are not done in the WWE and they will be back. When will they be back? I'm not 100% sure, but wrestling fam, what do y'all think about that? The Bella Twins coming back. I'm not sure if it'll be for wrestling, for, you know, the women's tag team belts, or would they be trying to go for, you know, one of the women's, you know, championships, either on Raw or, you know, SmackDown, or will one go to Raw and one go to SmackDown and they both have the belts? I don't know, but Brie Bella said, you know, Brie mode! Wow, can't believe I just did that. But Brie saying that she and her twin sister is coming back to the WWE to do what? I don't know. We'll have to see, you know, sit back and see what goes on. Do y'all want them back? Me, I don't really know how to feel about it. But maybe y'all can, you know, give me a little comment down below to let me know if y'all are up for the Bellas or down for the Bellas. And that will conclude the video for tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your watch time. I love y'all very much. Thank y'all for coming from, you know, wherever you have come from Periscope, you know, rest in peace to Periscope, you know, Twitter, here on YouTube, wherever you come from, thank you. and you mean a lot to me. And never really good on these things, so keep it nice, sweet, and simple. Miss you, Mr. Suds. Don't drink and drive. Don't text and drive. Be safe. Keep your family safe. And forever and always, y'all should already know to keep it a little bit too sweet, baby. And see you early Sunday morning. Peace.
Fourth pack is back, cause I'm mass destruction. Guess who's here? The bad boys of wrestling. Testing competition.